From the Westminster City Park in Westminster, Colorado, this is the 2022 USAFL Western Regional Championships. I'm Brian Barish. Great to have your company. This is a round one men's Division I match as the top seed Denver Bulldogs take on the fourth seed Seattle Grizzlies. The Bulldogs look like they're going to be going from left to right on your screen. They're in the red, white, and blue, those famous colors back in Australia, while the Seattle Grizzlies are wearing the green and black, and they're heading from right to left. The umpire tosses the ball in the air. We're underway, and the ball is hit out and picked up by Zach McKinney for Seattle. He's one of those players that you'll have to watch. He will be on Tom Ellis's national team radar. The ball goes to ground, and it gets picked up. And here come the Grizz once again, setting that one forward and sending it down the line and over the back and over the top and picked up out of the back there. Patrick Devlin went after the footy for Denver but couldn't get to it. Sends that one back in the way, going up but couldn't take the mark. Ball goes to ground, and here they come. Long handball up over the top, out of the reach of Ben Collins, the former Dallas Dingo. Sends that one back, does Seattle. High in the air, good spoil from behind by Carrington Beard. I love that name dearly. Handballs it in. Here come the Grizzlies with the first attempt inside 50. Knocked down off the back there by 49, who is unlisted, and then sent that one back towards the stick. That one's off to the side. First goal, first point of the game goes to the Seattle Grizzlies. They lead 1-0. 4-team round robin in this men's Division I. The other two teams playing off right now in a game you can see elsewhere on our YouTube channel. As the Golden Gate Roos taking on the LA Dragons, who are topped up by players from the San Diego Lions. There are 3 players for this Grizzlies side that are from the Portland Steelheads. Short kick in marked, sending that one down the middle of the ground, and that one is knocked down. Handball up over the top. Push from behind there is Matt Zapple, one of the veterans. Handball by Saleh Taibji, the former Sacramento Sun, into the middle. That should be 50, and it is. So the mark was taken, and then afterwards he got caught high. So it's almost like a late hit in gridiron football. And since the free kick had already been paid, we marched down the field 50 meters, and umpire Seb Aguiari sets it up 60 meters out. Long kick, has the carry. Oh! What a mark by Tyrell Dowitz. He didn't even leave his feet. He reached up, he was like Stretch Armstrong, and took the mark. So here is Dowitz, who will go back, and he's at a 45-degree angle. Grizzlies lead 1-0. He opens up the angle a little bit, sends that one goalward, and it's through for a goal. So Dowitz converts one of the best marks we've seen so far in this, our third game of the day here in Westminster, Colorado. And the Grizzlies go with a 1-1-7, and the Bulldogs no score. So the Bulldogs, who have got a little bit of a gut punch here. But the Grizzlies, they've had their share of success. They've made it all the way up to Division I. In fact, whereas they won Division II in 2008 and then caused quite a few upsets to play this Denver Bulldogs side in the grand final in 2009. Still one of the best grand finals in any division at the national level that we've seen. They went down by 3 points. Of course, they faded into obscurity several years after that and almost faded out of existence, but went all the way back up into Division I after winning Division III a few years ago. They won it in 2017, defeating the San Diego Lions. Boundary throw-in, Austin Cox in there. He, of course, one of Mason Cox's older brothers. Max Rennie able to get that one out of McKinney. Puts that one straight out. Good effort there, and I think McKinney just trying to save himself up. It was a great effort. Unfortunately, he kicked the ball really, really far and really, really straight. So it'll be a boundary, so it'll be a free kick. And it will be Tom Harkness, who has taken his share of spectacular marks over the years. And he will kick the ball in from the wing position commentary side in front of Adam's camera. with us for all teams on field one today doing a fantastic job. Sending that one across in the middle of the ground to try and open up the defense. Sends that one down the line, does Patrick Devlin. And it's picked off. Goes out the far side, heading towards inside 50. Knocked away there by Devlin, away from Tex Edmonds. Ball goes out of bounds, I believe. In fact, it does on that far side. 104th Avenue side of the ground here to our left. And we have our first significant breeze of the game, which is not a strong breeze just yet. It's been relatively, it's going to be hot and relatively placid out there as they come out to the near side. Cox looking for the pickoff. Oh, reaching behind him there was Rennie. Rennie got the ball away. They shovel it through. Rennie's going to get it back. Gets away from Francek. That one is sent up high in the air. Who wants it? Everybody. Who's got it? Nobody after it hit about 2 chests and a hand. I think that's a good hand in Mediterranean poker or something. It'll be a ball up, 10 meters in front. Grizzlies lead 7-0, trying to add to it, but not if the Bulldogs defense have anything to say about that. Out to the near side, Kyaji. Oh, putting a big hit to disrupt the work taken by Ben Collins. Picked up by Rennie. Rennie sells some candy, some footballing jiggery pokery, sends that one on the way. Was tapped down in front. Did it stay in play? Now we have a whistle. And they're confirmed. Let's see. Conferring with the umpire. And it's a goal. They wave it as a goal. Max Rennie able to get away and kick the Grizzlies' second goal. And the Seattle Grizzlies have opened up a 13-0 lead. My goodness. We have a little bit of an upset brewing, still plenty of time, but the Bulldogs will have to fight back to it. The Bulldogs have won 8 national championships. They have yet to win a regional title. They've been foiled either by the Austin Crows or by the Golden Gate Roos, depending on which division which region they've been playing at. Ball comes through. They got it away. Handballs it back. Got to clean things up, and they do. Out to the near side. Kyaji was eyeing it up, but it's going to be short. Over the back comes Max Eckstein. Handballs it on the near side to Cooper Krenkles. Krenkles down the line. Off the hands of Shannon Davey. Davey takes down Ben Collins. Handball up over the top looking for Collins. Extends, finds Chris Hall. Chris Hall sprays that one off to the right side, and it goes sailing, and the goal umpire spreads his arms and pretends that he's landing at Denver International Airport, the new one, down the pike. And we'll have a free kick to the Seattle Grizzlies from the shadow of our behind post. They lead 13-0 as we travel towards the midway point of this first half. Umpire Jeff Person directing traffic. Now to the near side, off the hands, through it of the 14. We don't have there for Denver. Comes out to the near side, drops in front of Heeb, and it's a pushing contest in there as Mayberry went after Nicholas Woodruff. Comes out to the near side, throws that one on to the right, goes down the pike. They're eyeing that one up, several players. Ball goes to the carpet. Everybody goes down mushroom farming and see if they can pick up a truffle or at least that red football. Handballs it out to the far side for Ben Collins. Collins couldn't claim it cleanly, and jumping in to get it, I believe, was Woodruff, as we've got the entire Denver Bulldog bench in front of us as that one is kicked up high in the air, trying for the pass, and it's going to be a foot race. Who's going to get to it? It's going to be Theodore Schliessman, who sends that one forward. That's Schliessman as the ball goes to ground now, and Seattle is able to clear that one up the far side. Bounces in front of Eckstein. And here they come the other way, and the Grizzlies have an open field the other direction. Marks. Oh, what a mark. Just getting up high was Edmonds. So Tex Edmonds waits for his players to get in front of him, and that allows the Denver defense to set up as well. 70 meters out, 2 kicks from goal. Drop punt on the way. A wounded duck, but it's going to be dropped in front. It was touched on the line, And with nobody around him, Denver will have a chance to clear it out to the near side. As a waiting kick to Joseph Karras. Karras to Cooper Crinkles. And this is Denver showing that they can pick up these kicks together. There's not very many teams that can do it, but a D1 team like Denver can do it. Except this time they turn it over, and they do so to Aaron Tomaselli. And the young man sends that one over and kicked off nicely. And again, a strong mark taken by Alex Mayberry, RFD, as he sends out one down the middle. That's for all you old classic TV fans out there. Here is Connor Francek. Francek sends that one down, and it's marked. They work it down the chain of fools to the Denver Bulldogs. Still looking for their first point of this first round game. Sending that one forward. Big tackle thrown in there on the man in Tomaselli. Seattle retains possession. Sending that one up the wing position on that mountain side. Now they pick that one up. Chip with a left kick up high in the air. Who wants it? The ball goes down. Chipped over the top. Going after it there is Kyle Peters, one of the Portland players. He's able to wrench it free. Non-stop action on both sides, and finally, we have a free kick. And it goes the way of the Denver Bulldogs. They play it quickly. Up on the far side, they chip it up over the top, and the mark is taken by Mayberry, and we'll have our water break. And the ball will be in the middle of the ground when we return. Well, Denver's starting to make some inroads, but on the cash register where it counts, it's all Seattle. As we head into the first half water break, it's the Seattle Grizzlies 13, the Denver Bulldogs, no score. We'll be right back for the continuation of this one. You're watching the 2022 USAFL Western Regional Championships here on USAFL.com. And we're ready for the continuation of the second half, and we pick up where we left off with Alex Mayberry, who handballs it off to Daniel Duffield. Duffield sends this one down the spine of the ground, and it's tipped off the hands of Shannon Davey. Hi-ho, everybody. Wait, that's Jack Davey. And the ball goes to ground. They rush it forward, and here, and kicking that one. Did he get it? No, he didn't. And running on was Matt Howell with a bit of a howler, but Denver is on the board. That takes them the one behind. They trail Seattle 2-1, 13. Two straight kicks separate the sides.
Boys, we're playing 30 minutes. Get it together. Roll over. Roll over.
Ball comes back into play. Seattle sending that one up the far side towards the pavilion, which is on the other side of field 2, which is where the LA Dragons and the Golden Gate Roos are battling. Both of these teams will play both of those teams next. Denver will deal with LA, while San Francisco will, or rather Golden Gate, will take on this Seattle team. We might have an upset brewing. The mark is taken on the far side by the Bulldogs. Sends out one in the middle of the ground. Bounces in front, but it clean bowls Robert Munn at getting away from the man in Aaron Gray. Gray chips out one. Nice mark in front.
Aaron, that was you, baby. That was over you, Aaron.
And he was able to manufacture that one, and I think that's 26, which is Lockie Fleet. So Fleet, one of those many Australian veterans that this Denver Bulldogs side has. He'll line up and set sail from about 50 meters out, looking for the first sausage roll in Denver colors of the game. And that is dead center. Perfect goal to the Denver Bulldogs and Lockie Fleet. They go on the 1-1-7. They trail by 6 points. Seattle 2-1-13. This Denver Bulldogs side last won the national championships in 2011, and they had a drought of 8 years before they made it to the grand final in 2019, losing to Austin. And they looked like they were going to go back. It was earmarked for a chance for another grand final, but that one was derailed. Here's Rennie, who kicked that last goal. He sends that one in, and that one goes through. The players are sliding up short slowly, and it will be a boundary throw-in. From here, it looked like it had gone through, but it clearly hadn't. So it'll be a boundary throw-in.
Right? Yeah, let's go down.
Yep. And the Denver team again walking in front of our cameras.
Sorry, you're welcome. Sorry. Don't do anything.
As the ball comes back into play. Ball comes spinning back into play. That one was, they
Yeah,
wanted
right
to
here.
redo.
Hey,
I think that should have been redone. Oh, big bump put in there, but they're going to play on anyway. That one's going to be sent out down the ground. Ball comes back. Handballs it out. It's picked up by Zach McKinney, the former Dallas Dingo. He handballs it over the middle. There's Cox. He plays a little 1-2, but a good job of spoiling it by the man in gray. That one's going to be sent up. Here's Rennie, who gets through one defender, but not a second, but got the kick away. Sends that one inside 50. It's 2-on-2, but everybody's spread out, and they just got the ball away up the far side. Ball goes up the far side again, continues in that pocket. Up the back pocket. Now they send that one away and a sliding mark taken across. Handball up over the top. And they'll play that one away. Gets that one up in the middle of the ground. It's a one-on-one contest. Big bump in there to dislodge the footy. Picking that one up is Dakota Hunt. Did he? Yeah, he did. And he plays that one up the far side now. It's on the wing position in front of all those beautiful houses and all those mountains and trees. We really are in colorful Colorado here in Westminster, and the mark is taken. Chipped that one up over the top. Marked again. I think that was Christopher Hall. And that one is sent, and it's marked out on a string by Lachlan Fleet. So Fleet, who has Denver's only goal of the game, trying to manufacture another one, and it looks like he's going to have himself a go. And so here is Fleet from an acute angle, sends that one goalward, and it tails just to the left, and it's gone through for behind. So 1 point scored. That's a very handy point because now it's less than a goal between the two teams. It's now 5 points as Denver goes to 1-2-8, Seattle 2-1-13. Really good opening game here between the Grizz and the Doggies. Up the far side. The Bulldogs been around since 1997. The Grizzlies have been around since 1998, but have had different names. They were the Geelong Football Club of Seattle for some time. Then they became the Seattle Cats, and now, of course, the Grizzlies since 2005. And they're wearing those famous black and gold jumpers. Up the far side as the ball gets batted down. 5 points between them, and that one is sent up high in the air. Harkness is lurking. That one is batted down off the hands of Tomaselli. And that one is in. Going after it again is Beard. Beard, little chip handball over to 14, unlisted. Sends that one down into the pocket. Getting free. Handballs it in to a cutting Collins. Ben Collins sends that one for a goal. And the Bulldogs are on top. Denver 2-2-14, Seattle 2-1-13. And what a beautiful transportation of the air conveyance, as Rex Hunt used to say. And Denver has hit the front. Great job. And Collins really did a fantastic job of getting free. But that was a team goal and a way to stay with the play when the skills come off. And that's where these good teams are. They step up their play when the play comes unglued. So now the Bulldogs have a section as Duffield gets a handball. There's a long pass, and now that one is sent free. That one is knocked down. Here is McKinney. Sends that one in off the top. This is Tom Cremary, the former Chicago Sun. He sent that one for goal. Bang, bang, go the Bulldogs. And they go on to 3-2-20. Their lead is now 7 points. What a swing that's been. Seattle 2-1-13. That's why the Bulldogs have been so consistent over the years. They have not, their men's team, actually their women's team hasn't either, but neither of their teams, at least in recent memory, have dropped below Division I at the national level. And Max Eckstein in the ruck knocks it forward, gets it over to Lee McMahon. McMahon sends that one forward. They're queuing up now, are the red, white, and blue. Does that one forward, able to get that one free, picked up, long handball in, gets away from one tackle, gets away from two, puts that one on the right, there's another one, Cooper Krinkles. Somebody get a hose. They're on fire as they go on to 4-26. Oh no, it's a behind. I was watching Crinkles, who was trying to influence, so it is a behind. I was watching the player and not the ball. That's a schoolboy error. And so it's 3-3-21, but still another point. But either way, Seattle will be really, really hoping for this halftime whistle to come sooner rather than later. As the ball comes down the pike. Mark is taken. They gotta hurry, trying to beat this siren. Oh, over the top, Yale kicked everybody, and there was nobody out the back. They want that to stay in play, but it does go through for a behind. Seeing it over was Patrick Devlin. First point in a while for the Grizzlies. They go on to 2-2-14. It's 2-2-14. And it's 3-3-21, so it's a 7-point margin. The Grizzlies, who had been hammering things in the opening part of this first half before the water break, it's like the water was like Michael's secret stuff almost. And we talk about that. The Bulldogs were the victims of a massive comeback in the final game of the 2017 final that was played on this very spot of the ground against Golden Gate. They had a 17-point lead midway through the second half, but the Ruse came from behind and went bang, bang, bang. Here's an opportunity, though, for the Grizzlies as Dowitz, who's kicked that monster goal, he loses the ball. They come out to the near side, picked up, just got his foot. Great job to affect the ball. High in the air, and it's a big, big crash. And it's gone through for a behind. So another point for Seattle. And they go on. I thought there was a behind before. Well, we're going to figure out what the score is at halftime. We have 2-3. We have here 2-3-15 to 3-3-21. But we'll check that for you when we come back for the second half. You're watching the 2022 USAFL Western Regional Championships from Westminster, Colorado, here on USAFL.com. Ready? Second half is underway between the Denver Bulldogs and the Seattle Grizzlies, and the score is in fact 21-14 as the Bulldogs lead by 7 points. They're in the red-white, they're in the blue with the red and white. They're heading from left to right. The Seattle Grizzlies are in the black and the emerald green, and the Grizzlies have players from Portland with them. As here come the Bulldogs, heading from right to left, and he went down, and they'll play on. They're going to play on. What has happened here? Well, they went playing on. There was a call behind the play, but there was no advantage, nothing played on. And that's exactly what's happening. So we'll see what happens. So it'll be a free kick here, and of course what's funny is the Grizzlies went and kicked that way. They're not even kicking that way in the second half. So a lot of people don't know what's happening, most of all me. Here's Dan Duffield, who sends that one in on a string, but just short. And then over to get it is Kenneth Noguer. I haven't talked to him in a while, and he slides that one home, but it was touched. It was touched, so it's through for a behind, but Denver extends their lead by 1 point. They go on to 3-4-22. The lead is 8 points. 2-2-14 for Seattle. As the reserve side, Denver, who lost earlier today, gets ready to play their second game. Sent back in by the Bulldogs, trying to build off their momentum. The big men fly, ball tumbles out in front. Over to get it is Ben Collins, but he overran the footy, gives that one off, dropped the pill. Over to get to it is Cooper Crinkles, the man they call Fries, and by they I mean me, because Crinkle Fries are awesome. Sends that one forward, and over to get it, uncontested, was Max Rennie. Rennie swings around on a sixpence, kicks that one up inside the top of the 50-meter arc. Nice mark taken over the top by the big man and Big Tex Edmonds, who's taken 2 sparkling marks. So Edmonds, who has a cannon for a foot and a foot for a cannon. Figure that one out on your own. We'll step back from 55 meters out. Unleashes one. That might have the carry. That might have the distance. Yes and yes. And Seattle, a big, big goal for them to keep Denver in front of them. They go to 3-2-20. The margin is 4 points. 3-4-24 for Denver. Ball comes back in the middle again. Tex Edmonds, who's played on this Seattle team a long time. We mentioned that they almost suffered an untimely demise. They had just 2 players representing them in 2014. But really what's also helped them is the resurgence of their women's team. The women's team playing in Division I for the first time in 2017 and making it to the grand final in 2018 and 2019. Seattle was playing up the high as Division I back in 2019. The men's were, as there is Cox, who was run over, and the umpire, Jeff Person, calls a push in the back. So it's a free kick to the Texan, Zach McKinney. McKinney looks around, twiddles the ball in his hands, now sets sail. That was a helicopter whirly bird of an ugly ball. Clean bowls the man there in 49 unlisted. Ball comes back and then ricochets off a defender and goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in between the half-forward flank and the right-forward pocket where I keep my keys and other pokeballs. As the ball comes back in the play up in the forward line. Ball hits the ground now. Over to get it is one guy, and here's another guy, and here's the Bulldogs, who sends that one out. Good contest. That's won by the man in Matthew Zappel. Zappel and Collins dueling there. And Collins, or rather that's Zappel, sends that one down the line. And it's marked over the top by a man with a 5 at the end of his jumper, which I believe is either Naguib or Cameron Freeman or Marcus Colby. One of those three. Looking for Collins. That sounded like it was touched. The umpire didn't think so. So the mark stands. He sends that one up this near side where I don't need my binoculars. The big man rise was McKinney, but out the back picking up the crumbs was Matt Howell, and he finds a mark. This is Lachlan Fleet. Fleet with the play on, but now he'll go back and he'll try to blind himself. Whistle here from the other field. 2 points the margin. Fleet sends it on its way. It starts left. It stays left. It's through for a point. Seattle's okay with this because a major score would put them in the lead. But as it is, 3 points separate the teams. 3-5-23 for the Bulldogs. And 3-2-20 for the Grizzlies. This has been every first game in the top division that we've had on the men's side has been a thriller. As the mark was taken, we had Philly and DC, which was decided on a kick after the siren that the Hawks won, and we had a really good game in the men's division. I think it was between, if I'm thinking back, Nashville and Oklahoma that went down to the wire as well. So all these first round games between top seeds and lower seeds have been absolute pearls. And this one is no different. Ball knocked forward out of the ruck by the Grizzlies. Bulldogs with plenty of room around them. Getting that one away, I believe, was Beard. His mom will tell me if I'm wrong. And the mark, no, it was Carrington Beard. That's Carrington's mom sitting about 6 feet to my right, so she can tell me if I get his name wrong, or at least if I pick him out wrong. That's the best thing about this audience, the audience being so close to the press, to the commentary position. As the ball now is on that far side, is Seattle trying to shake the old Etch-a-Sketch and draw up something new on defense. Or rather, that's going through for a behind as we missed it there. So it's actually back to a 2-point lead, 23-21. Denver kicking it out to the near side, looking for the man in Karras who takes the mark. That's Joseph, don't call me Alex Karras. Mungo hug. As the ball, a little chip over the top where it's marked by McMahon, who shoves the man away, and Zappel continues up the line with a nice mark, and that's taken again by Howell. Howell goes in short, it takes an off break, and picks free, but Howell stays with the play, kept it in nicely. Now he's shoved over the line by the man in Blake McGrath, or if you're Australian, which he probably is, it's McGraw. Don't ask me why they say it that way, but it'll be a boundary throw. Boundary throw-in occurs. Half-forward flank position for the Bulldogs, who lead by a perilous 2-point margin. And umpire person has picked out a ball up. Ball goes in the air. As Cameron Freeman, number 35, got it. Didn't hit it out to advantage. Borderline throw, they work it back to Duffield. Duffman for me, Duffield for you, and that one is picked off the other way. There's the Simpsons reference as we go out to the far side now. Going and picking that one up and with room to move is Elliott Boys, one of the Portland boys. There's Shannon Davey. Hey, as Davey kicks that one up the far side. One-on-one contest, big punch forward. They're going to call in the back, I believe. Yes, it is. Or it's in the back or high. And it's going to be a free kick. And it will go the way of Denver. They lead by 2 points. Still nearing. And they're going to play that one out into the middle of the ground. It's marked. Still waiting on our water break in this second half. They come out to the near side through the hands of Kyle Britz. The ball goes to down. There is Cox. Little pushing and shoving as they fight for the Susie Q. And winning off back there is Alex Mayberry, who sends that one in. Knocked down in front. They come back the other way. And it's marked. And they're going to give it a free kick. And the winner of that raffle, turning around, is Matt Howell. So Howell, who missed one from in close earlier, strides forward. When he kicks, he'll be about 40 meters out. Now he goes into his sprint, kicks this one on the way. It starts right, but it's coming back. Big goal for the Denver Bulldogs. And they shove him away a little bit. That takes them on the designated scoreboard to 4-5-29. And it's 3-3-21 for Seattle. That is a big, huge goal by the Denver Bulldogs. The Doggies had been up against the ropes for some time as the ball goes back in the air. And Seattle, though, they have made a game of this. Cox dropped the footy, but play on. Oh, spinning away was the man in Rennie. Rennie selling candy like it's going out of style. I'll take some Junior Mints, please, as that one's going. And Duffield does it the other way, and the water siren blows. They've been doing it all game is how they've been doing it. And we will take a water break and come back for the conclusion with the score. The Denver Bulldogs, 4-5-29. The Seattle Grizzlies 3-3-21. You're watching the 2021 USAFL Western Regional Championships here on USAFL.com. And we're back for the final 10 minutes or so of this first round Division I game between the Denver Bulldogs and the Seattle Grizzlies. That one is taken down. The Grizzlies, or rather the Bulldogs, have just taken a 8-point lead, 29-21, and are trying to see it out. Here's back the other way, and this one is sent out to the near side. Oh, what a mark! Oh! Trying to see who took that fantastic specky, and that one is sent down as Zappo thought that was going to hit him in the face, so he bailed. And there's McKinney, and that's going to be a throw. Yes, that was an obvious call. McKinney was trying to keep the ball in play. Gives up the ball, and it'll be a free kick right in front of Adams' camera, as it is Tom Cremary, the former Chicago Swan, out the near side and marked in the left pocket. Turn around, and we'll tell you who he is, and that again is Matt Howell, who's been playing up on this near side. Matt Howell. Number of players, by the way, you see wearing purple armbands in response to the legislation for women's health and women's rights over the last couple of weeks nationwide and locally as the ball comes back out. Marked by Dan Duffield as he makes a great, one of those defensive, offensive marks when you're on offense and you're trying to keep the ball pinned in. And you almost find yourself almost acting like a cornerback or a defensive back in gridiron football. So here is Duffield. Strides forward. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, that stayed in. And Denver is starting to kick away. They go to 5-5, 35. And the lead is 14 points over Seattle, 33-21. Denver, as we mentioned, they are still looking for their first regional title on the men's side. You go back to 2015 when they missed out. I believe they ended up, well, no, they were playing in the Western region in 2015. Orange County won that year. And they were playing in the Western region in 2016 when Golden Gate won. And Denver finished, I think they finished second at 2-1. And then in 2017 here, they ended up finishing in second. And they have finished second every year. Will this be the year they come on top? Sent back the other way. Dropped in front. Goes back the other way. And picked up there by the man in Joseph Karras. Karras had that kick smothered, but Denver recovers. This is Duffield. Duffield over the top. Sent on. Down the line, drops in front, handballs it back, and he's been like the tram lines up that far side. Handballs it back to Ben Collins. Collins towards the sticks, going denied by DePost, and it's another Wilbur Post. Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. That takes Denver on to 5-6-36 as Seattle on 3-3-21, but they are just suffocating them on the defensive end. Are the Bulldogs. The Grizzlies are getting the chance forward. And it's going to be a turnover. It's a free kick, I think. Just waiting for the ball to be returned here as they're remonstrating. Whoever that is with the ball there, I think that's Carl McGow, who is remonstrating with the umpire. And finally, it is a free kick to the man in Ben Collins. Another former Dallas Dingo playing in this game. Came up to Denver. There's the Dallas area now with two teams, the Dallas Dingoes and the North Texas Devils. So Collins steps forward, goes into the jog, stutter steps, lets it go. Kick on the way, heading left, and through for a point as it's going behind. So, 5-6, I think, 5-7-37. It's a 3-3-21. Denver leading Seattle by 16 points. Brian Barish here with you. Our cameraman Adam doing a fantastic job of bringing all of these matches to you here on USAFL.com. And this beautiful backdrop here in Westminster, Colorado with the Rocky Mountains behind. As the ball gets sent in the middle of the ground, that one goes off the chest of the Grizzlies player. And the ball comes back out, and it's going to end up being picked up by Luke Durkin. Rather, that's Connor Franchek. High up in the air. Oh, that should have been called. Will. Yeah, absolutely called without it. He got clotheslined, and I think he's lucky that it ended up not being a 50-meter penalty, but it's Matthew Zapper who comes out to the near side. Punch free by a defender. Out to the near side now. It's a 2-on-1 situation. As the shepherd for Rennie was thrown on by Sean O'Sullivan. He goes over the top. O'Sullivan found the ball with his hands, was harried by Devlin, and then everybody goes down. A little shovel pass there, and then off the hands there of the man in Dan Bowen. Bowen is able to pick that one up, and here comes Cooper Krenkles the other way. Krenkles chops that one in short, and it's marked. Here they come. Left-footed kick into the pocket, over the shoulder. Yes! Matt Howe, I think.
That's Matt Howe.
Matt Howe. So here is Matty Howe. Goal would put this game on ice. Sends that one on its way, and no, it's marked on the line by Seattle. They're going to play it out quickly. They got to move quick, fast, and in a hurry. They need 3 goals and not a lot of time to do it in. against a Denver team that has really stepped up and played well defensively and has hemmed in across the center line, but also hemmed them in across the halfback line. I don't think they've really gotten inside 50 that much in this second half. Of course, the Bulldogs, as we mentioned before, is the top seed. They'll play the 3 seed in the next round. The game we'll have for you here on Field 1 against the LA Dragons, who are topped up with players from the San Diego Lions. And of course, the Golden Gate Roos will be the next opponent for the Seattle Grizzlies. Team with the best record at the end of the day's play will win this title, this divisional title. And if there is a tie, it will come down to percentage. Ball comes back over the middle, handballs it in, sent that one for goal. There's nobody back there, and they were going to save that one, as I think that was Flaherty who ended up saving it. Gets it out to the near side, but it's all blue jumpers. Big, boom, crash opera, and the ball spills out to the near side. Handballs up over the top, and the win is Dakota Hunt. Hunt finds his target. And I believe that is Waukee Fleet. It is Fleet who has the mark. Fleet and Howell have been the 2 major targets for Denver. Fleet. Attendance on its way, and ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building. Denver's going to win this one. They go on to 6-7. That's 43. Lead is 22 points, 3-3-21. And the score was 29-21, but the Bulldogs have reeled off. Actually, yeah, it was 23-21, and the Bulldogs have reeled off 20 consecutive points, and that's been the difference. Dropped in front, over the head of Brits. But there's another one. That one is on the way, but it takes an off break and misses leg stump, and more importantly, the goalpost. That's a cricket reference, by the way, Adam, that you probably won't get, but that's okay. We'll talk about that once we get done with the Aussie Rules football, as that was off the foot of Dakota Hunt. And it goes them on now to 6-8-44 to 3-3-21. Denver the lead, marked by Zappel. Bulldogs won in a call, they're not going to get it. Handballs it back. Sends that one down the line. That will do well to stay in play. Oh, and a mark. And you could hear the gasp of Alex Mayberry when he hit the deck. That hurt, but he managed to hold on to the ball. He chips that one over the head of Lee McMahon. And Ty G, who's not really been a factor in this game for the Grizzlies, plays a little 1-2 with Robert Munn, who will be playing as the USA Revolution product. Over the top, Robert Munn, by the way, a former Olympic medal-winning rower, as Magao, and that is full time. And the Denver Bulldogs have started their Western Regional campaign off with a big win, as they win by 23 points. The final score is the Bulldogs 6-8-44. The Grizzlies 3-3-21. And guess what? That was a really, really tough game. The Grizzlies had the Bulldogs. They were in the lead for most of the first half, but the Bulldogs fought back and do what good teams do and saw out the victory. So that's the end of round 1 of all the games. We'll have more games for you on our website, USAFL.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/USAFL1997. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at USAFL1997, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/USAFL. For Adam, our cameraman, and everyone else here in Westminster, Colorado, this is Brian Barish saying goodbye for now.